Hey guys, good evening. Tony Pesha here with the Ruth Mayne coming to you live. I'm in New York and Ruth is in Washington State. And guys, tonight we have a special guest, a lady that has just joined our team, Cheryl. How are you tonight? And
I'm
you are
doing
in
well,
Vancouver,
Tony.
if I'm not making a mistake, right?
Pardon me?
Are you in Vancouver?
I'm in Vancouver. Yep, beautiful Vancouver.
That's a beautiful place that I definitely want to visit. Guys, I want to personally welcome you to tonight's call. And tonight's call is Why and How Live Broadcast. I want to personally welcome to all of the new people that are watching it tonight. And I want to definitely welcome people that they are members of our team for your consistency and supporting this cause. Tonight, guys, we're going to have something special. And we started yesterday a special program for a reason of pretty much stepping up a little bit, going into the fourth gear in our program. And it's called Go Diamond. We're going to give you all the details as far as what and how to go diamond. And we're going to tell you exactly what you need to do and how to get to the position of diamond and what is it going to do for you. And I'm sure that you guys received invites from me that it tells you that a possibility of actually creating a $10,000 a month in residual income, it's not a joke. And I'm sure that you would find something to do with an extra $10,000. Ladies, good night, good evening. So Ruth, before we start, I just want to give you a mic. So if you can say warm welcome to everybody, and then we're going to proceed with our call.
Absolutely. It's just awesome to be here. You know, Tony, I was up till after 4 o'clock this morning. We have had so much interest in this Go Diamond Blitz. It is craziness. And on phone calls all around the world, saw a huge spike in our webinar this morning. And I'm just honored and blessed to be here today. It's another beautiful day that we had snow already today. And it's March. So we're looking forward to a great week, a great 6 weeks, and actually a great 8 to 12 weeks for those that truly, truly want to create a strong $8,000 to $12,000 a month residual income. That means do the work once and it comes in over and over and over again. And that's what I love about this industry, because I've had paychecks coming in for 15, 20 years now.
Well, Ruth, it's very important to actually understand, why we're doing a certain things in life. And I had a little bit of a live call on the Facebook today, and I just wanted to explain to everybody. I mean, everybody has their own routines in life to, what they're doing during the day. And, pretty much mine is something like that. I wake up in the morning, it's not that early. It's around 5 o'clock in the morning. And, I get to work to 7 and, I do what I need to do. We build half of the city and then, we come back home and I do something with my family. And then, of course, the responsibility around the house. But I said that, in order for me to have that home-based business, I have to find a time for it. And in the beginning, it was always, well, I don't have time for it. I got to do this. I got to do that. All of these little bit of an excuses here and there. But before you know it, I'm doing the home-based business after hours, and I'm so glad that I'm doing it because it's not just that it's making me more money, which most of the people do that because of the money, but it's putting me in a context with various different people, like self ladies tonight, that I'm meeting all kinds of people worldwide, and it is, I would say, extremely important for anybody to say that it's not how much you know, it's who you know. So with that being said, I want to introduce you guys for our new member, Cheryl. And I want you to introduce yourself properly. And then we're just going to be going through a little bit of a questionnaires. And you don't know the questions that are coming. So, I'm sure that you are not a little bit nervous. And, we just want to show, people that this is business for regular people. This is not something that you have to have a special skills or have a special knowledge about the certain things. This is created for everybody from, all walks of lives. And we are here to pretty much talk about the, how and why we are doing this business. So, Cheryl, if you can tell us a little bit about yourself, where are you living these days, and what made you join our team? I'm sure that you have tried network marketing before already.
I have tried many network marketing firms and companies, and I believed in the product. The companies were great, and there just was something missing. And I thought, there's got to be a better thing to come up. And that's when Tony came along and said, just give me a few minutes of your time. And I got interested in what he had to offer. And I thought, well, this is something I believe is a little bit different. It interested me. I've been in banking and healthcare. I actually am on leave from a medical transcription job. And I'm really interested in this company. It's not just the product, but the support. I do see a lot of help within Tony and Ruth.
Excellent, Cheryl. And that's something that I believe everybody needs to understand, that I would say that everybody can be successful in this line of business. Everybody. I mean, this is such a simple business that the formula that we are working by is that if you're going to be using the products and sharing your stories, you will be making a lot of money. And it's that simple. But provided that you are working with the right company, with the right leadership, management, product, compensation plan, and timing of yours and the company. But I would say that on the end of it, if you don't have that support from the team, and if you don't have that system in place that it's easy to use and simple to duplicate to the next person that it comes into your network, I think you're going to be dead in the water. Because if the company is great, what's the point of you going out there and start building the business if you don't have the duplication process, right, Ruth? And then tonight we're going to be talking about a little bit as far as what is it in planning and what is it that we're doing right now. And Ruth, I really want you to stress out, why is it so important for us to go diamond, and why is it important so for other people to understand the way we're going to go for diamond, and why they should join us? I mean, this is definitely a challenge to us and other people to know that we do have a system in place and we do have a goal in front of us. And that goal is not small, and it has been done before, right, Ruth?
Absolutely, Tony. It's a pleasure to have you here tonight with us, Cheryl. And Cheryl and I only live a half an hour away from each other. So we're going to even meet and become best girlfriends before Tony even gets in the mix. So that is one of the things that I love and adore about home-based business, is being able to meet like-minded people and grow not only your wealth and your health with this company, but to also grow your circle of friends. And it is so proven that people that have good friendships and good relationships, it doesn't matter where those people are from, actually are happier people and actually live longer, because it gives you less stress when you have a lot of friends of all persuasions. And that's one of the things I love about this business. So now to Tony's question, why are we doing this? I sat back and I looked, and I've studied human nature for a very, very long time. Some of the jobs that I've had required knowing people's personalities, and I've done personal development for over 30 years. And it really occurred to me that, most people will not make a change in their life until it gets to the critical point. And Tony, as you know, that's how it was for me. I had a daughter with a massive head injury, a daughter diagnosed with cancer. I lost everything. My mom was killed by a drunk driver in the midst of all of that. And that's when I decided, oh, gee, I better make some changes in my life.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want people to wait until it gets to that point. It's really scary when you lose your house, especially if you have young children and you don't have any place to take them. It's very scary when you can't feed yourself or your family. And I wholeheartedly believe that home-based business is the only industry left, the only industry that the average person can see above average results in their wealth, but also with this company in your health. You know, none of us want to get to a point. I don't know, Tony, if you saw the article the other day. I think his name's Bob Schoaf or something. He's one of the coaches on The Biggest Loser. Have you seen that? Okay. Well, he's this fitness guru. He had a massive heart attack and was in a coma for 4 days. Now, I can't help but wonder, had he been wearing Helo, he would have known something was wrong. Just like Deja, your sponsor, it would have been going crazy saying, you need to go to a doctor, you need to go to a doctor. And maybe he wouldn't have ended up in a coma for 4 days. And I'm sure he has probably some kind of valve damage in his heart. When you have that bad of a heart attack, you usually don't rebound from that without any muscle damage. So, you know, our prayers go out to him. But the point is, why should you let yourself or your loved ones, your children, get to a point of having a stroke, having diabetes, hypertension, high blood pressure, heart attack, and many other things, when you can take control of that and literally save yourself from those kinds of things? And I saw that although this business is exciting, very exciting, and extremely financially rewarding, I am not the type of person that kicks people in the butt and says, you have to do this now, because people get into home business not to have a boss. And quite frankly, I don't want to be anybody's boss. You know, I have a hard time being my own boss, much less being anybody else's boss. But I saw that people were just stagnating because they don't make it a critical step in their life until something clicks. And I decided, okay, this is what I'm going to do. And I haven't even announced some of the things that are coming for the people that actually finish this 8 weeks. There's some exciting things coming. I'm not going to say those here tonight, but I decided to do this so that I could maybe give a little kick in the pants to people. There are so many people hurting. There are, you know, I don't know what it is in the United States. You can't believe what our government says at 5% unemployment. It is more like 20, 25%, because we've had all of these people that have fallen off of the unemployment rolls, and our government just chooses to, oh, well, we won't count those in the statistic. Excuse me? How can you not count them in the statistic? You know, and I'm not all for this funny math. We have veterans that are coming home from, you know, a very long time, not just the United States, our Canadian partners, UK, all around the world, that are fighting some very, very nasty cultures right now that are just have embedded themselves around the world. And these people need help and they can't find jobs. What better than a home-based business where if they need to take respite, they can, and their income will still keep coming in. So what we're doing is a blitz. The next 8 weeks to $10,000 a month residual income. Now, if that doesn't excite you folks, here's what I can guarantee. If you will do what I am going to show you, step for step, you will make $10,000 a month residual. But you have to be willing for 8 to 12 weeks to lose some sleep, to have flyaway hair like Tony does tonight, to be on webinars and calls at 4 o'clock in the morning, to be doing a video at 4 o'clock in the morning like I was this morning. You know, people laugh. There's many times I may look good, I may look okay, but from the waist down, man, I got my pajamas on and my slippers on. You know, that's one of the luxuries of working from home. But it's all about being able to achieve the things in life that have eluded you and will continue to elude you from a job, whether it's lack of time, like your case, Tony, whether it's lack of income in many people's cases because their jobs just don't pay them enough. But I get it. You know, Wendy's cannot afford to pay everybody $15 an hour. People say, oh, well, yes, they can afford to do that. You know, a lot of people don't understand business. Wendy's is not paying you $15 an hour. You're costing them about $45 an hour between all the taxes behind the scenes and everything else. And that's what people don't get. So if you want more out of life, if you're not satisfied with 10, 12, 15, 20 bucks an hour, man, get into home-based business. In the next 8 to 12 weeks, you can be making 10 grand a month if you will do what I say. And that's the big if. And I am going to give you some incentives that will pull you along. And I'm also going to be behind you, pushing you. Now, I push gently. I'm not, one of those whippers behind you going crack, crack, crack with the whip. But I am going to push a little bit because I know that people get complacent. And if you don't have something to work for, you won't. I mean, it amazes me. People would rather sit home and watch Game of Thrones than talk to some people on the phone for 2 months out of their life and then be able to watch Game of Thrones 24 hours a day if you want, and be able to go pay cash for a 64-inch TV screen and not have to put it on a credit card and end up paying triple what the TV really cost. So I'm excited about the next 8 weeks, Tony. I sent out at 4 o'clock this morning. In fact, when you texted me, did you think I was just getting up, or did you know I'd been up all night?
I knew you were up all night. I knew.
I had been. And, Joel came in to kiss me this morning. I don't remember it. I have no clue. I was dead to the world. But then I got up and I did a webinar, and it's been a great day because that's what home-based business is about. So what we're going to do over the next 8 weeks, folks, and you need to find out about this. If you're sitting out there tonight going, I don't know. I'm not good at home-based business. How do you know? Especially if you've never done it before. How do you know you're not good? And let me put it to you this way. Were you an expert the first day on your job? Probably not. Were you an expert at being a wife or a husband your first week of marriage? Probably not. In fact, you weren't an expert at anything until you got what? Experience. That's what we're going to give you over the next 8 weeks. So I'm excited, Tony. I know you're going to be one of those superstars. You're going to be a stud that just goes for it. And we expect your hair to be standing up straight on edge. We're going to call you Tony Hair on Fire Man over the next 8 weeks.
Well, of course, yeah. And you know what it is, Ruth? Yeah, it's just a matter of doing. It's just a matter of repeating the same story over and 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 over again. And here's the point here, that every business consists of something that we need to do in order to get, be successful in it. I mean, I'm in the construction industry, and we installing all these electrical things all over the places, and it's a big jobs, and there are 10,000 different things out there that we need to consider in order to get something as a finished product, in order for somebody to, walk into the facilities to, be safe and comfortable and happy and warm and cold, and whatever the situation is. We have to make and follow the certain steps here. I have never seen anything more simpler than network marketing. And it's so simple to develop this business, because the only two things that we need to do is to use the product and share our story. Granted, we are finding ourselves in such a unique position that the technology that is out there can help us out, share the story faster and to as many people as possible in the shortest period of time. But one thing that I am finding that people are making mistakes of, instead of becoming network marketers, they are becoming an affiliated marketers, where posting the certain links on certain places think that they're going to develop a huge business. It doesn't work that way here. This is still people's business. This is still, people need to understand that we are still human beings that is going to share our experience to everybody else. So as far as understanding what do we need to do, it's going to be very simple. We need to do this as many times as necessary. And how many times is that? Well, just the results they're going to say. Some people are going to go faster, some people are going to go slower. And as we know, and when I approached Cheryl, it was just a matter of being attracted to her smile, as a matter of fact, to be on that picture. And I said, this is the person that I want to work with. And then when we spoke a little bit about it, we found that we are all kind of driving towards the same goal. And we just need to kind of group ourselves together to run as an army, as a one unit, as and a group of individuals that understands that everybody has the same goal to achieve. It could be at different stories, but it's going to be towards the same goal, which is the financial freedom. And we cannot do that, guys, if we don't have a system in place, whether if it's that some kind of a technically oriented system with the softwares and auto responders or whatever you put into it, but something has to be consistently there that it's going to be doing 24/7, helping you do what? Share your story. And when your story is said enough times and people really understand it, because even for the people that are watching it now for the first time, they're hearing what we're saying. They might get a little bit excited. They might get a little bit about this, sorry about the certain things that we're going to say that we went through the life. They might get, a little bit excited about what we tell them what it is, but that's going to do nothing for them until they hear it again and again and again. And this is what I wanted to actually invite Cheryl tonight with us here, for her to tell her story so the whole world can hear it, how wonderful person she is. She's happened to be working with a great team. She has all of the tools that she needs in order for her to be successful. And the only thing that is going to be separating her from success is what? Her not taking any action, which she's not the kind of a person. She wants to succeed. And we have a certain people that are doing a certain things on a certain way. And I call those people leaders, like Ruth Mayne, that is our leader, our team leader. And it's very important to know that you have somebody that knows exactly what to say, when to say it, how to explain it, where to call, and even make a direct call to the CEO of our company. So working with the right people is the key. And these people, us, going to be here at all times. Whether you're going to show up or not, it's irrelevant. We are going to be here because that is the responsibility of the leaders. So Cheryl, if you don't mind, I'm going to ask you a little bit more about the, your experience in network marketing. And what is it that you have found in your experience of you pretty much saying it, I did not succeed in a certain ventures because of what? What was your major issue? What was your problem that you found that you couldn't, fix it, or you didn't have in order for you to become successful? Because if we say everybody can be successful, you or me or anybody else can be successful too, right? So what was the point of you saying it? What I didn't get in order for me to succeed?
Well, we're all human. We all make mistakes. Some people will say, I'm not a salesperson. I can't, sell iced Eskimos or whatever it may be. I believe that if you have a great company, great product, teamwork, you will succeed. It will be hard work. It's not going to come easy. I've been in many network marketing since, it would have been about 18 years ago when my children were small and I wanted to be a stay-at-home mom. And throughout the years, I've tried everything from clothing, spa products, all of that kind of stuff. And you have to be excited about a product. You have to want to use that product. And this is what I found different with this company. The leadership and the support and the teamwork I can see it here with you and Ruth. And I know we're going to go far.
Absolutely, we will. With that being said, guys, we have another 5 minutes to go to a second part of how you're going to get to the point of diamond and get that $10,000 in residual income. That's very important. So what you need to do now in the next 5 minutes, just simply take a breather, go get the glass of water, and then simply go to www.wgninfo.com. That's www.wgninfo.com. This is where you're going to find out exactly, specifically, detail-oriented webinar. How are you going to get to that position of making that $10,000 in residual income a month? So, Ruth, if you don't mind, just if you can close this hangout tonight. And guys, I wish you all the best. And we just going to be piling these up every single a week, a couple of times a week, so you can volunteer even to become part of these calls, because people need to hear your story. It's very important to hear your story, right, Ruth?
Absolutely, and I just would like to thank Cheryl for being here tonight. I really, really am looking forward to getting to know you and to working with you and to seeing you get to the point where you don't have to go back to a job that is now causing you physical pain. And so we're just honored to have you on the team. Folks, if you really are looking for something that over the next 8 weeks can truly change your life, if you're up for the run, 8 weeks to 10K a month is a no-brainer. Then you can go back and watch as much TV as you want, read as many books as you want. You're going to miss some sleep. You're going to miss maybe going out for drinks with some friends. But I can guarantee you, at the end of this 8 weeks, if you will do what we ask you to do, you can live a life that nobody else lives, that very few get to live. And you have the time freedom to enjoy it. So with that, I've got 2 minutes before my webinar starts, Tony. Thank you so much. We'll see y'all later. I'll be on the webinar in just a few minutes. Bye-bye.
Good night, everybody. Bye.
Good night.